But this is fun.
I was gonna say, I think people like the fact that mother-daughter having.
Mm-hmm. I
Chit-chat.
am banking on it. Because Mama is betting the effing farm on herself. Did you hear that, y'all? I'm betting the farm.
Too much twang.
Yeah, no. That's in honor of Uncle Josh.
I know,
right? You start channeling, which, for the record, I don't have to channel shit. It's just gifted to me. I seen this picture the other day. Did I tell you about the picture I seen about the turtle that was escaping through the baby gate?
Mm-mm.
And the turtle's name was Jennifer Lopez.
Yikes.
And my initials are Jennifer S. Lopez.
Oh, gosh.
And but the turtle was making an escape. Yeah, well, it got through. No, it was funny. It got through the baby gate, but it was on a sideways trying to, like, pick up enough speed to get through there sideways. The baby
they
gate,
have speed?
No. Yeah. Jennifer Lopez. I'm thinking no.
No. So I had to update my license. So I obviously changed my name finally. I wasn't
Is it hyphenated?
No, I wasn't gonna, pay to change it twice. So it was on my birthday, I think. We go to the whatever it's called to go change my driver's license, and
the Secretary of State.
I couldn't think of it. I wanted to say DMV at first, but that's not it.
We don't do that here.
No. We go there.
Department of Motor Vehicles.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what.
So it is the DMV.
Yeah, but it's called the Secretary of State. The office building, like the federal building where you changed your name.
I just give it a quick Goog and say, I know I have to be there.
Yeah, the one on Plainfield is the best one to go to.
We went to the one on 20th Street.
Whatever.
Bleep that out. But we go there, and she's like, "Oh, you're here to do a name change." And I'm like, "Sure I am." She goes, "Congratulations, you guys." And Ben and I start laughing. We're like, "Yeah, we've been married 3 years." And she starts laughing. She's like, "Well, better late than ever." But I needed to get my new license with my new name so I can change it at work. And people at work are like, "Who's this last initial B? Who the fuck is this person that works here?" And I'm like, "It's me. Those are my initials." And people are like, "Yeah, I can't pronounce that." And I go, "You know what's better than having a first name that people can't pronounce? Also having a last name that people can't pronounce." Love that.
How do people not know how to? Well, all right, Sonya, because the J is.
I'll give you a rundown of the names that I get at work on the phone.
Oh,
specifically.
Shit. I forgot your mother's ring. Damn.
It's okay.
Anyway.
Anya. Bonnie. Don't know where Bonnie comes from. Typical Sonja. What's another one? Tanya, obviously. It's always Anya. Or
the S is totally silent.
Oh yeah. Anya. My name's Anya. There was another name that was like way, way off from what I actually said. And I don't think I'm talking too fast too. I'm usually like, I can't even say it. Blank Pharmacy, this is Sonya. And they're like, "Hi, Anya." Who the fuck?
I know, we were talking about names. And John's last name, I don't know if I should say it, but John has a famous person's last name too. Alabama John.
Okay.
So that's his name. And I'm Jennifer Lopez. A lady come in a couple weeks ago. They're planning a 50th birthday party for somebody. And I have met a chick once. I don't even know. We were like probably drunk and waiting for a porta potty somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Do you know what it's like to be Pamela Anderson with no boobs?" And I'm like, "Do you know what it's like to be Jennifer Lopez and be chubby?"
Oh, no.
Yeah, right? And so we were talking about famous people's names. Well, her best friend's name is Pamela Anderson. So I'm like, you got to call and ask her if she ever talked to some drunk chick a long time ago that was named Jennifer Lopez. And she's like, "No, it wasn't. Well, it must not have been her. So there must be another Pamela Anderson," which is funny. We were talking about famous people's names.
Yikes.
And how I will hashtag the hell out of, even though I can't stand
J-Lo?
her. Yeah, even though I can't stand her ass. Very mediocre.
Are you talking about hashtagging J-Lo?
Yeah.
No? Oh. That's how I know it.
Oh, where is yours? I where is it? Damn. I put it somewhere where we went. Oh, it's over there. In that thing. Remember the chapstick you wanted the other day? Mm-hmm. The brand new one? In the little holder?
Oh, yeah. That's got sunscreen in it?
You can have it.
I don't want it. I'll leave it here when I forget.
Fine. That's where it's at.
Fine.
Mommy loves you.
I love you too, Mom. I saw a post the other day that was like, do you hate it when you see or meet other people that have your name?
That was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
Are you like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there's only one.
Yeah, me.
There's like 2 people that have my name at the pharmacy, and I'm like,
Sonia Lopez or Sonia?
Just Sonia in general.
Sonia in general. Oh.
Just Sonia. First name, not full name.
Jennifer's too common.
Then it must be a different flame than I feel.
But then it's like Jenny, because different people call you different things from different eras of your life. For me, anyway, you know. Do you prefer Jen or Jennifer? And then sometimes just to throw them off when I'm like, Jenny. No. Yeah, cringe.
I'm so Jenny from the love.
Yeah, whatever. I totally really am. So you could totally be her. I don't even know a word one to her song. What is it? Ghetto Superstar?
I was going to say, I think I know like one or
Ghetto
two.
Superstar, maybe. I don't know her songs. So it just makes me cringe when I look at her. It's one of those where if you have a friend and you know she can't sing, but she thinks she can sing and just belts them out like she's the best singer ever. But you feel embarrassed for her, but you never say to her, look, bitch, you can't sing. That's how I feel when I look at Jennifer Lopez. Like, who cares? All right, you look good. I think how good I would look if I wasn't stressed 24/7. Or if I was able to scoot off to Mexico and have a little pokey poke in the eyes, put on some big Jackie O sunglasses and heal my new facelift or my new Botox.
Backtrack to Sex and the City. One thing I will say I do like about the show is you get to see a lot of the actors and actresses starting out their career based on like a scene or like an episode of this show before you see them elsewhere. For example,
aren't they all washed up? They're not even on anything anymore.
No. For example, I don't know what
are they getting, bit pieces in a fucking Depends commercial?
I don't know. But it's the one guy that does all the insurance commercials. The one that crashes into everything. He's always got like a boo-boo or something.
That ain't him, Mr. Big.
No.
Oh.
I'm saying they're in like an episode.
Oh, I see. But they got bit pieces. I see.
Yeah. Super young.
Plant.
Talking the same way he talks now in his commercials. But what's funnier is like in that episode, he like did commercial work. Like he, like he was
almost like Hollywood recycles them and has to show you how it works by placing it all in front of your face.
I'm trying to think of who else.
But really, none of those chicks. I think I just seen Kim Cattrall. Not her, the redhead. Is it who's the redhead that's in there? Because I'll watch it because we said we would see who I identify with. Right now, I would never have fucking condoms in my purse, like, ever.
Well,
so I don't...
No, so that was just that episode because they were trying to live like men. Their whole point
I must have missed that memo. Between all of them were trying to live like men?
Their whole point was to be no strings attached, no emotions. Just...
Oh, okay.
Fuck it, bye.
See ya!
Yeah, don't call me, none of that. But no, I don't know what else these other people are in.
Well, that's easy in a platonic. Don't they call that ghosting and breadcrumbing now? It's so different now. It's hard to... Yeah, see, I don't date, so how the fuck am I... And we discussed, which Spencer bleeped, it must have been a lot of it out. Remember my date? Well, not really date, but meet up, and they neglected to tell me. Everybody neglected to tell me involved, including that dude who had talked to him a couple times on the phone. Like, I was not going to clearly see that you have...
You know what's funny? that's why I need you to continue these episodes, because that's literally what they talk about. They talk about stuff like that where
You mean
they mean
Sex in the City?
Yeah, they mean no offense to it. It's just their preferences. Their preferences
I'll
to
keep
these
going.
things.
I'll set aside maybe 37 minutes once or twice a week to get fully acclimated in Sex in the City, but it just is like, ew.
Like, people think it's judgmental, but it's like,
well, I'm sure I would catch a lot of flack. Like,
I mean, yeah, as would anyone. It's no different than texting and people taking shit out of context. I'm a very
compassionate person. I still would have went on that date. What bothered me was the full omission of it. Mm-hmm. You clearly know that you have a limitation.
Right.
And if you're dating to have a co-partner, co-creator, co-pilot, and have already discussed on the phone that, and he did hot yoga from Kalamazoo, that it's important as a person to take care of yourself so you can be a good partner for somebody. You never once thought it was important to mention to me that I probably have this lifelong infliction, so do you want to hitch your wagon to me or not?
That's no different than me, like, making it obvious that I'm a mom, single mom, before I met Ben. Like, on anything, dating anyone, I was like, hey, let you know I got a kid. Kid's my priority. Do with that information what you will. This is where I stand. Let me know how you stand. No hard feelings.
Yeah, that had to have been harder for you in that aspect.
Not really, because it really showed.
Well, I meant in the dating realm.
Right.
And for your age group, yeah. And what was it? Tinder? Can we even say that on here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Was it Tinder?
Well, it wasn't only Tinder. It was also like just...
Well, I don't know any of those dating sites, because people my age, do they do that site?
Yes.
They do?
You can do...
I hear Facebook dating is quite the thing. Not ever gonna fucking happen. But, I hear there's a lot of places. I'm just gonna hit the road, and if I meet him, I do, and if I don't, I don't. But John and I were talking about it yesterday, and how hard... It's good to get a male perspective, because, he's been alone for a while. How hard, even male or female, to go from your independence and then sharing your life. Even the smallest thing. I find I get annoyed from dudes that are in my inbox on Facebook. They get the, really? Hey, you, every fucking day. Hey, you, what you doing? Hey, you, what you doing? Hey, you, really? That's all you got? Snorefest. State your fucking business. What do you want? Be direct. Like, you know what? I like your energy. I'd like to meet you. Let me take you out to dinner. And anybody direct anymore?
One thing I didn't know was true or like real that still happened is there will be guys that will still see and know that you're married.
They don't give a fuck.
And they'll still be like, hey, how's it going?
Because they think it's no strings attached.
Be like, hey, bye.
Yeah.
The amount of people that I have forgotten that I used to have a conversation with, blocked by.
Yeah, see ya.
See you later. Hey, just seeing how you're doing.
Yeah, that's the universe sending you.
Doing better now that I'm going to block you. Don't need this conversation.
Okay. I told you about that one coming out of the woodwork. I didn't know what that number was, but they texted me Merry Christmas, and I thought I just said Merry Christmas back because I thought it was somebody lonely. Like, I don't know. So Merry Christmas. Come to find out, fucking Match.com gave from 2011. No. If you were a no in 2011, and then again you found me again in just before Uncle Josh's little episode, so that would have been 2016, and you were a no in 2016, and you've kept my phone number, and you text that I've never stopped thinking about you.
Ew.
You. Weird.
Ew.
But I do leave, not to toot my own horn, but I do leave that kind of impression. Stalker. That's when now I just get pissed. Like, God, I've done the work. Why do you keep sending these fucking dipshits to me?
Right.
Like, who?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's his nickname now? So the most recent one that calls me Festy. Like, really, dude? You're really going to try to mind fuck me even after I told you how intelligent I am, and that I was going to mention it on my podcast.
They probably
and you take it as a challenge.
They probably think your posts like that. That's why they reach out. They think that is a challenge. I think that's where
I'm quite certain of it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Or any way to point me out or my flaws. Like, told you she was crazy. Told you she had it out for me. I told you. In his situation, wow. Talk about a fumble. Like, even in a friendship, you couldn't even be friends, dude. Like, wow. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Because, wow. Wow. But my thing, two things, is why is the universe sending that? Well, to be fair, I am getting a higher caliber of man coming in my sphere, certain ones that would definitely require this place selling and me going and traveling and going places to meet this higher value man because I'm a higher value woman.
Right.
But seriously, like, I get more pissed. Really, first off, you think I'm that stupid? Second of all, now it's just a game. I'm like, hey, playa, have you met the coach? Me, myself, and I. What do you? I'm just making fun of you on my public page that I know you're watching.
Well, they think it's an invitation. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he does. And I'm like, wow, dude, just so you can say I'm crazy, but who's participating in it?
Right.
Like, and it's really a shame because those types of men did not get hugged enough, obviously. Mommy, daddy, whoever. And then you're at this age still playing games, which I would much rather there be even this directness of, even if you were in my inbox, state your fucking business, dude. Like, hey, look, I'm fucked up in the head. I got some issues, but I would never go after that. But I would much rather people be very honest and say, look, I've got some issues. But if you don't have the ability to self-reflect whatsoever, you have a personality disorder.
Yeah, because that's just
period.
That's just them wanting to trauma dump on
period.
You.
Yeah, and well, you're their source, so you're constantly the chaos that they need that makes them feel good. But it's hard to explain that to somebody who don't get it because their pineal gland is calcified because you drink 10 Diet Cokes a day. And then don't get me started. So what do you think about having a topic about the JAB in dating? Because, yeah, I know, right? That in itself would be very touchy. But that is also a thing if I wanted to start dating again.
I had someone ask me that at work the other day.
Asked you personally? Yeah. So were you offended by the question or were you eager to say...
I was at my place of work, so it was more of like a actual health-related comparison question about like actually doing this and the after effects.
So they were asking your personal opinion
how I felt it after. Yes.
After? What do you mean? You've had it done?
They were asking me how I felt after. So I, was like,
oh, because they assumed.
Yes.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
You know what my response was?
I've been in that situation and I have watched people's faces contort and I've never seen them again.
All I could say was, far better than the sickness. She goes, you ain't kidding. I go, have a good day.
So she was on your side.
Because
I see. Okay.
Because what if? She could definitely turn that shit around and be like,
oh, I get it. But no, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But in the dating realm, so we're just talking in the line of dating. So in the line of dating, it could be a future topic. I know I'm going to talk about it by myself because I've written about it in my journal. And here's the thing. Here's the cringe part. Sexually, I don't know if I can do the licky body fluid in knowing.
Like just your age in general or just like because of this?
Because of that.
Oh.
I know. Is that bad? You know, because they have this other terminology that starts with an S.
I will say it's
and dogs do it. You know, that whole
yeah. I will say it's beneficial to know that information because longevity of things, wouldn't you want to be with someone who shares the same values, opinions?
So that I have definitely played ping pong with that particular subject with myself. As far as in the realm of men,
the same thing.
I don't want no pussy that stuck out his arm. Like, yeah, just give it to me because I don't know how to fight for myself, and I'll put the muzzle on my face. Fuck off.
That's the same fucking thing for, hey, you do you, but don't shove that shit down my throat type situation.
But is that different in a romantic situation? Is that the epitome of unconditional love?
Personal belief, I think that...
Can you be with somebody that differs on the spectrum? Like, where your frequency, the gap is rather large, but you still are...
I can't form an opinion because when that became a thing, I was already locked in my relationship and we already had locked in feelings of it. Like, mutual agreements of it. Now,
but what if you weren't?
If I weren't?
Would you prefer a man on...
I still think that there probably are masculine men that probably did it. Some people came off, like,
they had to do it.
I was going to say, in my line of work, I've had a lot of people come in and say that they have to. They can't continue their job without it.
Right.
Half of the people that I work with are some of them, and their spouses. They were the same way.
All right, I've looked into this because, you know, there's been certain potential dating mates that have...
There were also the people who are dual income, no kids, who want to travel, and, you know, in the early stages of the vid, then you had to before you even went anywhere.
Okay, but I still second guess, like, wow, if it happened again, would you just cave? Would you just go and follow suit? Because I can't...
No.
But I don't... I imagine being
people
with a partner,
are on number 10.
Like, I know. And I work... Well, I don't work with I have a close friend that helps me here.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to explain to her once, in the line of, if you were thinking in the terms of a Holocaust, I would be the one being reported and you'd be the one reporting me.
It's the same thing for people back in the day when, like, you couldn't talk about...
Yeah. So that separation that happened in those certain very pinnacle... Even though some think that was a lie. I don't know anything. I know nothing.
A relationship, however, yes, very different. Friendship-wise, that's a different story. Yeah. You do you, boo.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I love the fact that her and I, and that it does not matter. In no way that, you know...
Relationship-wise...
We can talk about it.
Yeah, relationship-wise, I do believe you do need that synchronicities of...
Certain things. I personally know I can't be... I'm pretty sure, because I have visited this numerous times in my head. I don't personally think that I can respect a man that has done it in the romantic sense, because I am craving a leader, and in my mind, that isn't of leadership quality. Does that make sense? Of my compass of where...
Personal opinion, I do believe that there still can be leaders who have, like I said,
yes,
there's a difference to know of whether you had to or not.
Even if you had to, I would have quit my job.
I will say,
I would
agree up to the first 3 because that's what a lot of the jobs required. Now, if you're doing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 after,
all right, that's fair.
What are you hoping? What are you expecting that to be?
What's your psychosis at that point? Are you that... So
once again, you do you. Okay. I'ma do me. You do you.
Yeah, I totally get that, but romantically, I'm not making that concession.
The same applies to anything else.
Yeah.
You do you, but don't shove that shit down my throat. Mm-hmm. That's where we have a problem.
Yeah, and I'm not going to fall into your delusion. Thank you.
Because, yeah, a lot of like a lot of like my friends in general, their thing is because they had to.
Yeah, but even
couldn't make their birthday trip because they had to. Couldn't go on vacation without it.
Yeah, see, that's a big.
I don't even know.
I get it.
I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. No matter what comes out of my mouth, people are gonna,
Yeah, I know.
clap back and say something else.
You're gonna get lambasted one way or the other. I know. That's why it's hard to have these discussions where, again, I wish if you were a monster or you knew, but this would take self-reflection. But those types of people don't self-reflect that the way they maneuver through life might affect other people and don't care, which I totally get because I'm a sovereign being and there's some things I just don't give a fuck about. Like, all right, fine. But that's a biggie, that particular topic, as far as for me in the dating realm.
I mean, yeah, I do believe a lot of people that are your age that did do it was probably out of fear for the sake of
and men,
their
how
age.
They felt like their job was dangled in front of them.
Oh, not even job. I mean, what I hear.
I can't wrap my mind around somebody just because it was on the news. Take it or you're gonna die. Well, wow,
that's half of the people that I see, Mom.
No, I know. And
more than half.
I can't wrap my mind around in any way somebody being bamboozled like that. Well, yeah, that's what runs this realm. That and sex. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like it's crazy.
Like you have your own opinion, but yeah, I'm gonna get my flu shot. Cool, peace.
Yeah,
that's what's up. You don't have insurance.
Don't say that out loud. That would cause me to go to the clink. If we got like any worse, as far as hall monitors tattling on anybody, shit, like a dog, I would be putting the pound. Like,
I mean, I guess I don't get that. I mean, if anything, that's less money that the government has to spend on you.
Yeah, and here I'm being penalized because I try to keep myself healthy on a daily basis without any outside governmental any assistance whatsoever, and try to sustain life eating your fucking food that's in our food system. Even the fruit, where geez, even energetically, I'm like,
I got the best grapes at Costco the other day.
Yeah, I would love.
We all ate those.
Yeah, yum.
Real quick.
And they're probably 3 times the size they were supposed to be genetically.
Seedless. Yeah.
So, but it's just like, damn, I'm doing my very best. And then I watch, oh, Lord help me. I was serious about the OnlyFans eating channel or whatever, how do you jump? That should be our next podcast.
Mom, there will be
should be me set up OnlyFans of just eating fruit. Because what is it with all these rather larger people on social media, and I don't even know why it's on my algoric rhythm. Was it because I'm chubby? Do they see I'm chubby?
You have no idea how easy it is to
make $1. I don't get it. Pleasure, Mom. I don't get it, but I need to jump on the bandwagon and just eat fruit and make it my thing.
I watched a video of this one girl.
But this one, her arm is as big as me in a car.
Mom, a lot of those people, though, they know this.
No, I know, and they're getting paid.
They know this.
Hi!
They know this, and they purposely are like, oh, I'm only going to eat a little bit. And people are like...
Yeah. I get why it's done. That part, it's not foreign to me, but... I love these little sessions with you, Sonja.
I do, too.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
It was a good serve and volley again today.
Serve and volley. That's been your word today.
I love that in conversation. If there's no flow and it feels like it's like utter...
Me.
Yeah, and I can't do small talk. Mm-hmm. We just discussed that. If you want to circle back, all right, for any dudes out there, if you are pursuing a chick and your only line in her inbox is, hey you, or what you doing, or Grand Rising, stop it! Like, where's the substance? How about a lead-in of, wow, that XYZ post, or have something with some depth, or that involves the person that you're inboxing? Could you be any more lazier with your lead-in? Just like the new tagline is, I see you. Oh, really? Now I force a motherfucker to tell me what he sees. Oh, yeah? What do you see? What do you see?
You want to know how I knew that it was worth giving Ben a chance, knowing how we met? Of all the conversations of the people that, wanted to say something to me, either to try and get in my pants or to like get to know me, for once, Ben was the only guy that ever made it about Landon first before me. Because I made it known in my, profile that Landon is my priority and whatnot. And I guess I don't even remember what my bio was, but apparently it was enough to catch his eye to be like, you seem like a good mother.
Aww.
Type shit.
I think that's important for a guy to see. I can't even, for your generation, it was a little less common. For my generation that, you were an unwed mother.
Right.
Well, unless you get knocked up in art school and you're going to marry me or what? You going to be my old lady or what? That's how your dad proposed to me. Let me repeat that. On one knee. You going to be my old lady or what?
Well, we already know Dad's goofy.
Yeah.
And Dad's still kind of that awkward, cute.
He's a Libra.
Yeah.
Air sign. And apparently that's what's attracted to me. I don't understand.
Libras?
Libras or Gemini.
Damn.
And I've been married to both kinds. I don't count that second one. And and what's sad about Dum Dum is I get mad at myself because we did have a lot of fun together as far as like when
bullshit aside.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when he wasn't being his wounded self in total insecurity, because like I've told you, you can't be pretty with an insecure
when he tore that brick wall down and wanted to.
Yeah, right. But as far, the love bombing stage, had he been that dude steady, because adventurous spirits and how much fun, silly, that we could be together. But the minute anybody was seeing me be silly, it was tone it down. Reel it in. So if you can find somebody that will, run wild with you and be fun and just be silly, because touching base with John yesterday, I get it. I get why men want to stay single too. Nobody wants that fucking bullshit of, if you've had, even like say you're a dude and you've had like a stretch of time where you don't have to report into anybody. Nobody's telling you what time to eat dinner, what you're, and you say you were married for 20 years and now you've been single for 5 or 8 or whatever, and you're set in your ways. Like, why would you want to? Or if you're entertaining switching that up, and then at least you should have the respect of knowing what you want and be like, look, I only want to see you 8 hours a week.
So that changes my perspective when we go back to Sex and the City characters. You mix between Miranda and Samantha.
So is Miranda the redhead?
Miranda's the redhead. She's the independent, do my own thing.
She wears the dude suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the one that is like...
It's funny because those are the two right now that I would tell you I identify with. Yeah.
But that's because Miranda's like... Her mentality with men is like, hey, I like you, but I like you for as long as I can tolerate it because I still have a routine that I need to do. This is my routine. This is what I do. This is my independence time. Mm-hmm. I can pencil you in when I'm ready or when I have a moment to...
Yeah, but how do you balance that if you live together? Which I know I can.
That's really where I'm at.
Yeah, I totally can do it, but the one thing Dum could... Your dad... We were too young. I can't ever gauge your dad or compare, certain things. But as far as, Dum, he wanted his time, but I wasn't allowed mine. You know what I mean? Where I wasn't allowed to dip into his alone garage time. But God forbid, you're doing a word search while we're watching TV together? Put it away.
Oh.
Like, who the fuck are you? Like you couldn't read, you couldn't do anything. Like, and I remember this with Grandpa and Grandma. Like when he was home, you know, even though they weren't doing anything together, she had to sit there while he was watching TV and have to ask, I'm going to get up and do the dishes. And your dad would get mad because I don't want to sit and watch movies. I got dishes to do. We got kids. Mm-hmm. You know, so, well, come sit with me. I got shit to do.
Unless you're going to help me do them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Man, your guys' generation is
way whacked, right?
Fucking different.
Whacked.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listen to these, honey, but I love you. I love and...
Yeah, but you guys are probably, you got, because...
We definitely compare a lot that we're learning to be opposite of our families and how our families were. That definitely is one thing that we do talk about heavily.
I think, well, I'm sure we did it too. I'm like, I know I'm not like mom. I didn't take the shit my mom took, and that's why I'm alone. And I just, like, God bless Grandma Mongar, but if I went and would be like, your dad made me mad, never once was she taking my side. It was, do you think you could just keep your mouth shut?
Yeah, cause she was in fear. She
just don't rock the boat. You know, it was never advice that I would have given. Like, tell that motherfucker to shut up. You know, like, no, I get mad that she cowed down. And then we're gonna wrap it up here because there's something I want to tell her that happened, but I can't do it on the microphone. Yeah, right. So stay tuned, everyone. Thanks, Sonja, for joining me again today on Route 37 podcast.
Of course, Mom. I look forward to our next conversation.
Love you. Yeah,
I love you too.
I will bone up on my Sex in the City, and we'll start there next week. So stay tuned, everyone.
Please do, because I want to compare a lot of these episodes and get your opinion.
All right. Well, especially if I'm going to be dipping my toe in the dating field.
Right. You might as well.
Yeah. Right. Especially the minute this place sells.
The shit does make you think. It does, like, you know, make you form your own opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the first 10 minutes, I was like, yeah, I gotta shut this down.
Right. Well, as always, everyone, stay curious.